What's up, guys? This is Dave from DraftDashboard.com. Today, we're diving into the NFL Showdown slate featuring the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Let's get right into it with some top picks and value plays for your lineups. Let's start with the running back position. I like Joe Mixon from the Houston Texans taking on the Dallas Cowboys, who have one of the worst defenses overall. Joe Mixon has a dash rank of 100, which is the highest on the slate, and he's projected at 19 fantasy points tonight. He's been incredibly consistent this season, averaging 23 fantasy points per game. In his last 3 games, Mixon has scored 17, 20, and 26 fantasy points, showing his reliability in both good and bad matchups. Keep in mind, Mixon had a bit of drama recently, as highlighted in the Essentially Sports article, but that hasn't affected his on-field performance. With the Texans' offensive line creating opportunities for him, Mixon's in a prime spot to smash tonight. Now let's talk about the quarterback position. Stroud from the Texans is another top option, playing against the Cowboys, whose defense is clearly struggling. Stroud has averaged 15 fantasy points per game, and while he hasn't put up huge numbers lately, he's projected at 17 points tonight. Although the Cowboys coach praised him, it's worth noting that Stroud might perform better at home, as pointed out by the article mentioning his rookie season road struggle. Still, a matchup against this weak Dallas defense can provide Stroud with the needed boost. Moving on to wide receiver, it's crucial to look at Nico Collins from the Texans. Collins also faces this porous Cowboys defense, ranked 28th overall. Even though Nico was placed on injured reserve, if you're in a position to gamble with your lineup, he was averaging 23 fantasy points per game before his injury. So keep tabs on his replacement and how the team adjusts before locking him in. At tight end, consider Dalton Schulz from the Texans. Schulz is facing his former team, and the Dallas defense provides a favorable matchup, ranking poorly against tight ends. Schulz is averaging 6 fantasy points per game and is projected for 8 points tonight. Given his history with the Cowboys, there's an edge to prove himself here. For kickers, Cimi from the Texans might be your guy. He's up against a Cowboys team that's got defensive holes, and Fairbairn is projected for 8 points. He's been reliable with double-digit points in his recent games, which makes him a solid choice tonight. Defensively, the Texans' defense is on the table since they're facing a Cowboys team that might be struggling with their backup quarterback, Cooper Rush. The Texans' defense scored 10 fantasy points in 2 of their last 3 games, showing they can capitalize on lesser offenses. Finally, if you're willing to roll the dice on value plays, keep an eye on Steven Sims from the Texans, who might get some opportunities. Although he's not projected for any points, sometimes these deep sleepers can find a way to surprise. All right, guys, that's what I got for the Texans versus Cowboys showdown. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below or go to DraftDashboard.com. Use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your sleeper pick for this NFL slate. Good luck!